Islam and the geopolitics of spiritual traditions. For millennia, humanity has grappled with the divine, a profound search often interpreted through sacred texts and ancient rituals. But what if these spiritual journeys were not always pure, unadulterated quests for truth? What if, embedded within the very fabric of our holiest traditions, lies a hidden history of power, politics, and geopolitical struggle? Our story begins not with a divine revelation, but with a strategic subversion. Ancient Israelite religion, emerging from the crucible of Mesopotamia and Egypt, didn't just introduce a new god. It systematically replaced existing spiritual traditions. It was a multi-millennial struggle for both spiritual and terrestrial dominion. The biblical narrative of Abraham's journey from Ur is more than just a migration. It signifies a profound inheritance, absorbing and repurposing core elements from Mesopotamian civilizations, flood narratives, legal structures, echoes of Gilgamesh, reshaped and redefined. The Exodus, a foundational act of liberation, not just from physical bondage in Egypt, but from Egypt's philosophical monopoly on the divine. By establishing an exclusive covenant with a single deity, the Israelites transferred the locus of divine authority, previously rooted in Egyptian concepts of a hidden, universal God, onto themselves, subverting ancient traditions for a new national and theological purpose. This audacious appropriation of the divine did not go unchallenged. The established philosophical systems of the Egyptian, Sumerian, and Greek worlds saw this new Israelite cult as a corruption, a departure from their ancient wisdom. In response, a philosophical reconquest began, absorbing and reinterpreting the Israelite framework. And as a countermeasure, the remnants of Israel synthesized these prevailing Greco-Roman currents into a new potent system, Gnosticism. An act of theological vengeance, an attempt to reconquer the intellectual and spiritual landscape through an esoteric lens. But this complex interplay of religious ideas was too powerful to remain confined to philosophy. It was harnessed for imperial statecraft. The Roman Empire, locked in a geopolitical struggle for dominance with the Persian Empire, recognized Gnosticism's strategic value. By formulating its core tenets into a more accessible, universal system, Rome created Christianity, a powerful tool to pacify restive factions and, critically, to capture the light of civilization from its rivals. Christianity became the vehicle for Rome to assert not just military, but spiritual authority over the known world. And then, the final chapter, the rise of Islam. From this perspective, Islam emerged as a profound rectification, a corrective to the compounded extortions of spiritual truth, first by the Israelites, then by the Greco-Roman world. It sought to dismantle the intricate theological structures that had centralized divine access, to restore the highest spiritual essences into a direct, unmediated practice, accessible to all people, breaking the cycle of imperial co-option. Islam, in this narrative, is not just another religion, but a return to an unburdened spiritual essence, a direct path to the divine, free from geopolitical machinations and imperial ambitions. A rectification aiming to restore the purity of spiritual tradition to all humanity. A powerful perspective on the geopolitical forces that shaped our most cherished spiritual traditions. What lessons can we draw from this history as we navigate our own quest for truth in an ever-complex world?